Grab your mochas, grab your lattes, your cappuccinos, whatever the hell you're drinking. It's your boy, Jobbers and Goons, and today I'm the host on Coffee Shop, and we're doing a wild ass topic that might offend some people in the Naruto fandom. Depends who you are, but I don't give a shit because this is a dope topic. At first, and shout out my boy Dan, this topic started off basically how far could Boba Fett get in the Star Wars or the Naruto universe? That's devolved into this weird scenario I kind of played out in my head. Basically, I thought of what if Boba Fett ended up on Naruto's planet, right? And he meets Danzo. And Danzo promises unprecedented access to his ninja world, chakra, jutsus, everything that makes the world unique that Boba doesn't know about. Promises all this value to Boba. In exchange, he has to take out this terrorist known as Pain. Jango. Sorry to all the Boba fans. We can run this back with Boba at the end if y'all want. But Jango accepts this contract. He's like, you know what? This is interesting. It's an interesting world I'm at. I'm going to take this offer. I could take down a terrorist. I've done it plenty of times. So if Jango Fett accepted the Pain contract, how would that play out? We're going to discuss it. So I'm going to break down what Jango brings to the table, what he's pulled off, what he could possibly do here. We'll examine Pain, what he can do, and then we'll go over the scenario. I hope you guys enjoy this, and without further ado, let's fully get into the scenario. Boba accepts the contract. He's heard about the Rain Village. Danzo gets Jiraiya to stand down, right? And the investigator is going to be this new, wild-ass, metal-draped detective that showed up. He's basically a bounty hunter, and he's willing to go check out Pain. And they'd rather him check it out than potentially lose an asset like Jiraiya. So Boba goes out. And first thing he's going to do, he has the coordinates to the Rain Village. He's going to investigate the village. Now, first question we have. Could Boba successfully investigate Pain? How would his investigation go in comparison to how Jiraiya's went? As you guys know, Jiraiya is one of the best intel officers in the Naruto-verse, specifically from Konoha. And he did quite well for a stretch in the Rain Village, avoiding detection and getting vital information. I think they would approach this scenario differently. I think Boba would ask for information on Pain, right? Like, what do you guys know? They don't really know shit, because they suck. But Jango from that point would be like, yo, if you can't tell me what Pain can do, familiarize me with what your world can do, what ninjas or shinobi, whatever you call it, can do. And they would give him a rundown, a demonstration on the different types of jutsus that could be used. He would ask for information on the Akatsuki. With what information he has on the Akatsuki that he's able to get from the Leaf Village, Boba would be able to come up with rough schematics on how to combat a being similar to what he's seen. So what I mean by that is basically based on all the jutsus he's shown by the members of the Leaf Village that are willing to give him intel, the different types of shinobis there are, he can make an amalgamation of all those things, as well as they do have some information on some members of the Akatsuki. For example, Sasuke was helping them at one point, Itachi's there, Orochimaru, all these characters. So he has plenty of information where he can come up with schematics to combat a potential amalgamation of all the things he's seen. However, there is something important to note that we'll get into when we discuss Pain further, and that's Pain brings things to the table that, simply put, no one from Konoha has demonstrated at that point. So he's not going to have intel on certain things Pain can do. But with the capabilities somewhat roughly estimated at this point, given the data he's been supplied with, I think Boba would head out at that point to find the Rain Village and investigate. Now, as we get into this investigation into the Rain Village, we have to go over what Pain brings to the table and what's in the village. So, Pain is a character in Naruto, personally one of my favorite villains in anime history. I mean, his build-up was crazy. Nagato was a former victim of the Ninja War who due to his nature, the fact he was given a Rinnegan and had some training from the likes of Jiraiya, who took him in for a little bit, Nagato was wildly powerful, demonstrating use of several of the forms from the Rinnegan, and after that would later go on to become someone obsessed with showing the world his pain and becoming the leader of the Akatsuki, aka the ninja terrorist known as Pain. Now, what can Pain do, and what's his power set? Pain is easily one of the strongest ninja to have ever lived. He bodied Hanzo, who is actually able to bop the 3 Sannin pretty easily. Like I said, even as a kid, he used the Rinnegan, which is one of the strongest ocular abilities in the verse. It's considered by Jiraiya to be the greatest eye technique originally possessed by the Sage of the Sixth Pass. And by 10 years old, he had mastered all 6 chakra types. He can hide his summons that he used. He can summon humans. He can absorb ninjutsu and other powers you use. His 3 paths were able to take on imperfect Sage Jiraiya, who can easily carve out mountains and shit. 1 Pain was able to blow off the arm of Jiraiya. He can rip out souls on the touch and read minds with one of his paths. He ragdolled Kakashi when they fought in the village. Choji and his dad, even as a group and with Kakashi, could barely hold him in terms of raw strength, and he was able to one-shot Choji's dad and kill Kakashi in that encounter. The Hell Path can rip out tongues if you lie or don't answer him, if it manages to get a hold of you. 1 Path of Pain has more chakra than the Anbu had felt before. The Anbu had felt Kurama. They had felt the Nine Tails before. So that's pretty impressive, with the Nine Tails having statements of it potentially being able to burn the world to ash. Although, obviously, Pain doesn't scale all the way to fully unleashed Kurama. He has flight through his powers, and his Shinra Tensei, or outward push telekinetic ability, one-shot the Leaf Village. Even when weakened versus Naruto, he was able to square off with Sage Mode Naruto. And even was able to pretty much go toe-to-toe with and beat a worn-out Sage Mode Naruto. Even going toe-to-toe with Eight Tails Naruto. He's also able to neg the Rasen Shuriken. Although his chakra absorption has limits, obviously, I don't think Boba Fett's throwing anything at him like chakra. He was unfazed by the Six Tails, and he was already heavily drained at that time, and he can tank his own AP. And like I said, he was always a freak, as it was revealed as a child with no training. He killed 2 Konoha wartime ninja. And his real body controls the life and death of his summons. And he can even have the power to resurrect those he kills. And overall, Pain's one of the scariest ninja you could run to in the Naruto verse due to his versatility and raw power and ruthlessness. So, if Boba pulled up on the Rain Village to encounter Pain, what would happen? First, he has to get in the Rain Village. Rain Village is tricky because this rain can detect anyone within it. Unlike Jiraiya, I don't think Boba would have as much finesse moving within this village. And as a result, I don't think Boba would actually attack the village. I think he would wait for Pain to leave. Upon leaving, eventually he would see Pain exit the village, most likely accompanied by his sidekick Conan. Conan, someone who was able to scrap with Jiraiya and press Shino's family when the Leaf Village was attacked. Obviously is a character with prep that also threatened Obito somewhat. If he encountered both, it's obviously a lot worse if he has to fight both. However, we're going to assume at this point Conan's off doing something else, helping to prep, and Pain's by himself, and that's when we see Boba try to encounter him. Now, this is what gets interesting, right? Or, I'm sorry, it's not. I'm sorry I keep saying Boba. I constantly mix up their names. It's Jango. Jango, I'm just going to call him Fett from now on. Fett pulls up and tries to intercept Pain, right, and take him down. Pain, this is a weird conversation to have because stats kind of get weird, right? technically, Jango's faster than Pain. Why do I say this? Jango easily, while unarmed, took down 6 Jedi. We know that literally 5 and 6-year-old Jedi younglings can block lasers point blank even while blinded. They're that fast to react to the sense of lasers, as well as human pilots who are massively below Jedi, obviously. They can react in hyperspace and going FTL plus in combat and in space. On top of this, they constantly react to lasers, which in legends and in novels are called relative to light, if not outright light speed. So plenty of examples of fodder in Star Wars being relative, if not light speed. And obviously, the fact that Jango was casually blitzing Jedi Knights, who are well above fodder, should be FTL plus. He should be FTL plus comfortably as well. And he also went toe-to-toe with Kenobi, who later contended with Dooku. So his speed is very formidable. Dooku respected his speed. I think he should technically scale above Pain in speed. But here's the issue. What does Jango or Fett bring to the table that takes down Pain in particular, right? He has bombs. He has lightsabers at his disposal. He has his ship. He does have various other blasters and whatnot. But it's nothing of permanence. It's nothing of real sufferable damage to Pain. Like, could he survive Shinra Tensei? We have to ask that as well. Possibly. Especially if he hops it back in the ship. Would he blitz Pain? One of the past, yes, but there's so many more. Overall, I just think Pain's versatility, the sheer numbers of bodies, and the fact that Jango doesn't really have a way to permanently put down either. I don't see Pain taking down or being taken down. I see Pain winning. So in the end, I have Pain beating Jango Fett because, simply put, his versatility, durability, and the numbers would be overwhelming. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you want to see me run it back with Boba Fett getting revenge for his father and seeing if he could take down Pain, let me know in the comment section down below. Boba rematch could potentially be interesting because he saw footage of how Pain fights through his father's helmet. So it'll be interesting to see if Prep Time Boba could take him down. But anyways, let me know in the comment section down below what you think, who you think would win. If you agree with me, go check out my main channel, Jobbers and Goons. And thank you guys so much for the love and support you've shown. Anyways, it's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, the host on The Coffee Shop today. I will see y'all later. Peace.